Ground Disturbance 101 Introduction. Hello, and welcome to this Ground Disturbance 101 course. This course covers what is known as operational level training. Operational level ground disturbance training is intended to provide the necessary information to participate in ground disturbance activities under the supervision of a ground disturbance supervisor. Therefore, this program is not intended for any individuals who will be conducting a ground disturbance without supervision. The information presented in this program includes basic regulatory requirements for workers and widely accepted industry practices that have been proven to contribute to damage prevention. All of this information has been put together in accordance with the Utility Safety Partners, or USP, Ground Disturbance 101 standard. This assures that learners receive consistent, accurate, and appropriate minimum content that is endorsed by all stakeholders. The USP has two standards to ensure ground disturbance training courses contain standardized content, correctness of information, and are delivered in a professional manner. These two standards include Ground Disturbance 201 for programs with content appropriate for those supervising a ground disturbance, and Ground Disturbance 101 for programs with content appropriate for individuals working on a ground disturbance site. In completing this Ground Disturbance 101 course, you will be considered a ground disturbance worker, not a ground disturbance supervisor. A ground disturbance worker is not qualified to independently create or perform a ground disturbance at a work site, nor are they in positional authority to direct others in ground disturbance activities. However, they may participate in ground disturbance activities under acceptable supervision. By the end of this course, you should be able to explain the importance of damage prevention and what the consequences are if buried facilities are damaged, identify key ground disturbance stakeholders, explain the importance of competency and the role training plays in it, define ground disturbance, explain the functions of a code of practice, identify potential ground disturbance hazards and their controls, explain the importance of and requirements for emergency response plans, identify sources that can assist you in establishing the presence of existing buried facilities, outline the processes for notification, locating, and marking buried facilities, explain the importance of ground disturbance permits and tailgate meetings, outline techniques and hazards of hand exposure, explain procedures for backfilling, and explain what to do if damage occurs. Information will be covered in 4 chapters. Chapter 1, Damage Prevention. Chapter 2, Ground Disturbance Planning. Chapter 3, Preparing for a Ground Disturbance. And Chapter 4, The Execution and Completion of a Ground Disturbance. Throughout this course, you will see samples of ground disturbance documents and will be given takeaway print materials for reference. Please note that the examples of various documents included in these print materials are representative of the documents used by companies and other entities to record ground disturbance activities and to meet legal and due diligence requirements. However, documents are usually company-specific and will vary in their appearance, scope, and use. Employers and workers should note that the successful completion of a ground disturbance training program endorsed to this standard does not indicate or prove competency to participate in a ground disturbance. Operational level ground disturbance training is only one aspect of the training that a ground disturbance worker needs to have.